Walaikum salam. Tashrif rakho. You are Zuha Tiwana.
Yes, sir.
Interesting CV. Why Nations Fail is one of your favorite books. Now, beta, tell us in your own words why nations fail.
Sir, according to me, there are multiple reasons for failing nations. I'll divide my answer into three parts. Number one is when there is political and economic turmoil in the country, then the nations cannot progress. Second important thing is national cohesion. When the nations are not cohesive and they do not come on a single page on the issues that are even socially or politically, economically, then the nations cannot fail. And thirdly, I will agree to what the authors have said, that inclusiveness in the institutions at the national level and even at the regional levels is very important for the nations
The
to
first
prosper.
reason you mentioned was political and economic turmoil. Do you think we have political and economic stability in Pakistan?
No, sir. Unfortunately, we are lagging
That means,
behind.
are we a failed nation or are we heading in that direction?
So we are heading in a direction towards what the author has said as a failed nation. But in Pakistan, I believe the economy of Pakistan is just like a small. We cannot consider it as a big elephant that is hard to form or mold. I believe it's a little work, and if its dedication is given to economy of Pakistan, it can prove to be very. It can improve.
Khushab, your favorite town or city.
Yes, sir.
Why is the doda of Khushab so famous?
Yes, sir. It is a sweet that is very famous in Khushab because it is basically it is made up of very indesi ghee and of wheat.
Wheat is found all over the country.
Yes, sir. But
why only Khushab?
But it is made in a very special way. I do not know the recipe, but it is made in a different way by caramelizing the sugar first and then cooking the wheat in it. And that's why it is very typical and different taste from the rest of the sweets we have in Pakistan.
Causes of poverty in Pakistan. Spell these out and what measures should be taken to improve this situation.
Sir, to me, the first and foremost cause of poverty in Pakistan is overpopulation, because overpopulation it makes it difficult for the state to divide the resources among the masses. So it leads to the poverty at number one. Number two, I believe, is a lack of education. Pakistan is only contributing 1.17% of its GDP to the education sector, and the lack of education leads to the lack of unemployment and lack of opportunities for the people in Pakistan, and it contributes to the poverty.
For the last year or so, since your husband is in the army, I expect you to give us a good detailed answer. For the last year or so, Pakistan is in the grip of terrorism. What are the causes and what needs to be done to improve this situation?
Sir, in my opinion, the National Action Plan that was formulated after the APS attack in 2014, that has not been implemented in its true spirits in Pakistan. That is the main reason that terrorism has not been eradicated from the country. Recently, the resurgence in terrorism, especially we have seen in the last year that the terrorism is targeted on the security forces and officials. We have seen 444 attacks, and majority of them were targeting the social security personals, and for that I believe that the Pakistan Army that has stated that the TTP as Fitrad al-Khawarij, and they are conducting operations in their personal domain to counter the terrorism. I believe that there should be the policy towards the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, and the role of China can be inculcated in to help us to tell the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan not to use its land for terrorism and not use other.
Can China control them? Does China have any influence over them?
Yes, sir. China can have economic influence in Afghanistan. It accesses Afghanistan through Wakhan corridor, and if it aims to develop and extend the CPEC in the form of Western CPEC Plus, and it will go through Afghanistan to connect it with the Central Asian states and later
IR mein, when I say balance of terror, what does that mean?
Balance of terror, sir. No, I have to read about.
Balance of power ka pata hai?
Yes, sir.
Batao.
So balance of power is when the balance of power is when the power is not tilted or polarized toward one thing, and the states maintain a stable power relations in the country.
In IR, it is said that there are no permanent friends, there are no permanent enemies, there are only permanent interests. Can you illustrate this argument by giving examples?
Yes, sir. Sir, the national interest comes first for every country. We have seen in the recent past that the world is moving towards regionalization instead of the internationalization, and the trade that are conducted across the globe have formed in the form of regional blocks. For example, we have seen BRICS as becoming a trade, regional economic trade and economic cooperation among the member states. Secondly, it is easier to have a trade in regional periphery. For example, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, in which the economic and security prospects of the countries and member states have been seen. Similarly, the interest, for example, the biggest example in recently, Donald Trump, who is doing anything to protect the national interest of his country under his policy, Make America Great Again.
Okay. There are 3 major dams, under construction in Pakistan right now. Give me their details.
Sir, one is the Kalabagh Dam, that is being constructed in Mianwali, but there are interprovincial issues on that, so it has not been completed yet. Secondly, there is the Dasu Dam, and third, sir, I have failed to remember that. Sorry.
I said, give me their details. Kalabagh is not one of them. उस पर तो एक ईंट भी नहीं रखी गई अभी. Okay, tell us what is BRICS and BRICS Plus.
So BRICS is an intergovernmental organization that includes Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. It was formed in 2009, and recently it has inculcated more countries into it, and it has become BRICS Plus.
2 questions, last questions on US history. Who was General Douglas MacArthur?
No, sir, I don't know about it.
What was the Pendleton Act of 1883?
No, sir, I don't know.
ये तो फिर मुझे एक और सवाल करना पड़ेगा. Describe the Battle of Gettysburg.
Battle of Gettysburg. Sir, I have read it, but it's just escaped my mind. I have read about it.
That's not the answer to my question. Thank you.
Sorry, sir.
All right. Zuha,
Yes, sir.
your name has been taken from the Holy Quran, huh? Surah Zuha. How many ayahs are there?
11.
10. What is the first ayah?
Wadduha.
Just one word. Yes, Wadduha. What does it mean?
By the morning light.
What is the next ayah?
Wallayli iza saja.
What does it mean?
And when the darkness fades away.
Okay, what is the background of the revelation of this?
Surah Duha was revealed when there was no revelation on Holy Prophet ﷺ for almost 10 years.
What surah was revealed immediately after Surah Zuha, which is considered part of it?
No, sir, I have no idea about it.
Okay. Zuha, you were born in Khushab.
Yes, sir.
Which part of Khushab were you born in?
Johorabad.
Johorabad, proper Johorabad?
Yes, sir, Johorabad.
But basically, which village does your father belong to?
So my father's grandfather had migrated to Nowshera, Peshawar. So basically he belongs to Nowshera. He was born and raised in Nowshera, Peshawar.
But you are from Tiwana family.
Yes, I am from Tiwana family. But basically in Khushab we have a name Mitha Tiwana, that is a place that we all belong to. But my father's grandfather migrated to Nowshera, and all my family has been there all the life.
Okay. What is the origin and meaning behind the name Khushab?
Sir, Khushab is a Persian word that means sweet water. Khush means sweet and Ab means water.
Who named Khushab? Who named this area?
I don't know about who named it, but it was named because of the river Jhelum that flowed through it, and because of its sweet water.
Okay, which canal does irrigate the plains of Khushab? You have written in your write-up that Khushab is called mini Pakistan. Okay, tell me which canal irrigates?
Sir, the river Jhelum passes through the Khushab.
River Jhelum passes through the Khushab. But which canal irrigates Khushab and where does it offtake?
Sir, I don't know.
Okay, you have said in your this write-up that Jorabad is your favorite city. What are the reasons? What is so special about Jorabad?
So first and foremost, I was born there, and all my childhood has been spent there. So that's the basic number one reason. Secondly, the Jorabad has a good population where literacy rate is very good in Jorabad, and all my childhood I've seen that.
How many people live in Jorabad?
Sir, almost 1.5 million people.
Why is it called Jorabad?
Sir, it was named on after Maulana Muhammad Ali Johar.
Who named it?
I don't know, sir, but it was named in 1952. It was created as a city.
Okay, what does TDA stand for?
Third Developmental Authority.
Who was the first chairman of Third Development Authority?
No idea.
Tell me three topmost personalities of district Khushab who are no more in this world now.
So one is Wasif Ali Wasif. He belongs to Khushab. He was a poet and a writer and a philosophical.
Tell me the name of the school where he did matter from.
Sorry, Government College Khushab. Government School Khushab.
Which government school Khushab?
Government Boys School Khushab.
Okay, next.
Ahmad Adeem Qasmi. He is a famous poet. And the third one is alive, which I know, Badr Munir. He's also a poet. He writes Punjabi poetry.
Okay, Jorabad. Maulana Muhammad Ali Johar.
Maulana Muhammad Ali Johar.
Where was he born? Okay, tell me any two movements of which he was a key leader.
Khilafat movement and the. Sorry, sir.
Jorabad is your favorite city. So Maulana Muhammad Ali Johar was born in Rampur, died in London, buried in Jerusalem. Right? You should be knowing it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Zuha Tiwana. So you have mentioned in your form the diverse landscape of Khushab.
Yes, sir.
I agree with you. It is indeed a very diverse terrain. Can you talk a little about its diversity and why is it so important?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Khushab is also referred to as mini Pakistan because of its geographical diverse landscape. Because it has desert, the Thal Desert. It has also high mountains like Sakesar Mountain.
What is the significance of Sakesar?
Sakesar has a PF base in it. It has significant radar system of Pakistan Air Force.
Okay, fine. Let's come out. You had international relations. Okay, उस पे बात करते हैं. Recent development है. Pakistan is conducting Aman 25 maritime exercises. Which countries are taking part in it? It's a very important development.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I read the headline in the newspaper today, but I didn't go to the details because I was traveling.
All right. चलें, कोई बात नहीं. You had US history as well. And current affairs की तरफ भी आते हैं. President Donald Trump has frozen all international aid with certain exceptions. What are those exceptions?
Sir, he has stopped the foreign aid and for almost all the countries that had been supported by the US aid erstwhile. He has not stopped the foreign aid to the countries that have been reciprocated him in economic benefits.
You had psychology as well, and you have done your master's in psychology and MPhil. What are the major scientific causes of a bipolar disorder?
So bipolar disorder is because of neuroscience causes. It is because of the highly activated pituitary gland, and that leads to the more secretions in the amygdala, and it makes a person hyperactive, and the mood swings are very rapid. And also hypothalamus is also concerned with it because mood changes very rapidly in the bipolar disorder. And psychologically we can say that there are
मुझे सिर्फ scientific reasons बताएं. अभी तक आपने एक बोली है.
so there are manic episodes and depressive episodes in the bipolar disorder. So the hormone associated with the depressive disorder is a lack of serotonin hormone and lack of oxytocin that causes the depressive mood.
अब आप आ रहे हैं साइंस की तरफ. How?
So because the stimulus that we receive from the external environment.
How is bipolar different from split personality disorder?
So in bipolar disorder, the personality remains the same, and the person continuously alters from a hyperactive manic personality and depressive personality. However, in the split personality disorder, the personality usually splits apart, and there is no conscious recognition of the other personality when the person has split into the personality. This is the main reason. In bipolar disorder, the unconscious.
Since you are a psychologist, can you differentiate between the words crazy, maniac, idiot and stupid? आम लोग इनको सिर्फ जौन सा है derogatory terms के तौर पे देखते हैं, but since it's your field, is there any difference between these words? Are these medical terminologies?
Sir, maniac is a scientific terminology, but the crazy, stupid, and idiot they are used in journal language.
How are these different?
Sir, crazy. If I have to answer that, the crazy.
हम crazy को lunatic से exchange कर देते हैं.
You said then lunatic is a scientific.
अब बताएं मुझे a lunatic, a maniac, and an idiot. इन तीनों में क्या difference है?
Said the lunatic person has no conscious awareness of whatever he or she does. They do not have a control over their actions. The manic people are they have very high mood episodes. That's why they are called manic. And the idiotic persons are referred to as they do irrational or senseless acts in given situations.
Last आपने पहले से confuse कर दिया उसको. चलें. Who's your favorite philosopher?
Sir.
And why?
Sir, Ibn Khaldun in Islamic philosopher, because he advocated for the social change, and he called it Mahaspa. And he says that the world is prone to change, and we should do different things and if the existing structures of the social structure of the world need to be changed, and that change can be gradual and based on the Islamic principles as well as the modern principles.
Talking of Ibn Khaldun, was he a political philosopher or was he a sociologist?
Sir, his theory is more of a political social because he talked about the trends that have.
At times he is also referred to as the father of sociology.
Yes, sir.
If he is a political philosopher, why would they define him or call him father of sociology?
Sir, his idea of asabia, that refers to the social chain that can be implemented and applied to the political existing political scenarios of the world.
What is the name of the theory that he gave?
Sir, his theory is social change. Asabia. He gave the concept of social change as Asabia.
So, what do you know about the latest trade wars of United States of America?
Yes, as the United States of America, since the Donald Trump has come into power, he has imposed tariffs on his neighboring countries like Mexico and Canada of 20%, but after on 10% tariffs on the Chinese imports. And he in the response, China has put tariff 15% on United States gas and LNG import.
Have the tariffs taken effect against Mexico and Canada?
No, sir.
Why?
There was last moment coordination between the presidents of Canada, Mexico, and United.
What is US aid? What is happening? What's the hype all about?
Sir, US aid is basically a financial aid that United.
What is happening with US aid?
Sir, USAID, it has been said that the USAID has, Donald Trump has said that the aid has not been utilized on the task or purposes for what it was given. And there are also allegations of corruption by Donald Trump on the country, that they are misusing the aid and not using them for the development of the countries.
Mm-hmm. All right. How many cities have you lived in after your marriage of Pakistan?
The first city was Swat, where my husband's home is. Then we moved to Nashera. Then we moved to Bajod Agency. And then we went to Sakhar for 3.5 years. And then in Nawabshah for 6 months. Then Islamabad, and recently it's been 4 months that we have been shifted to.
So which of these cities is by far your favorite and why?
Sir, it was a hard time in Nawabshah in 2022 because the floods came, but that was a time when I actually felt very good about myself because I took a proactive part in helping the people that were affected.
I asked which is your favorite city?
Yes, sir, Nawabshah.
Nawabshah. Okay, fine. Can you please name the Honorable Chief Justice of Lahore High Court? It's also a woman.
I'm sorry. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Zuha. Relax, karo. You have a good, graceful, decent, presentable personality. I found you composed and confident with the good non-verbal communication. बॉडी लैंग्वेज जिसको बोलते हैं, पोस्चर, हैंड जेस्चर्स, आपका डिलीवरी का स्टाइल अच्छा है, कोई ग्रामर की और प्रोनाउंसिएशन की कोई मुझे गलतियां देखने में नहीं मिली. एंड इक्वली इम्पोर्टेंट इज दैट यू वर एबल टू सस्टेन प्रेशर. 3-4 बातें जहाँ पे मेहनत की ज़रूरत है, यू डू दैट, you will stand a good chance, although you have very little time left. Number 1, आप में tendency of repeating the question that is being asked, वो बेटा नहीं करना.
Okay, sir.
फिर आपको अंदाज़ा हो गया होगा, मैंने पाकिस्तान पे जितने सवाल आपसे पूछे आपने सारे ड्रॉप किए. मैंने आपसे यूएस हिस्ट्री पे जो 3 सवाल पूछे आपने ड्रॉप किए. You need to brush up your optional subjects and expand your knowledge about your own country. Right? ये ज़रूरी. As well as your favorite city. इन्होंने सारा टाइम ही आपसे खुशाब पे लगाया. You are baffled. You must speak slowly, loudly, clearly. जवाब जितना मर्जी अच्छा, ठीक, करेक्ट क्यों ना हो, जब समझ नहीं आएगी तो उसके मैं आपको नंबर तो नहीं दे सकता. सिंपल सी बात है ना. एंड पे आके मैंने देखा था इनके सेगमेंट में, महसूस हुआ जैसे आपका एनर्जी लेवल भी थोड़ा डिप किया. एंड यू वर फाउंड स्ट्रगलिंग फॉर वर्ड्स. शुरू में ठीक था, हमारे दोनों के सेगमेंट में ठीक था. एंड में आके यू वर स्ट्रगलिंग फॉर वर्ड्स. इतना खौफनाक आदमी तो नहीं बैठा. हैंडसम यंग मैन. सो आपको ना नर्वस होने की ज़रूरत है, ना ही फम्बलिंग करने की ज़रूरत है. ये चीज़ों का ख्याल कर लो. विद अ लिटिल लक एंड अ लिटिल हार्ड वर्क यू शुड बी एबल टू डू इट. ओके, थैंक यू.
So, unfortunately for you and fortunately for me, I belong to Mitha Tiwana.
You belong to?
Mitha Tiwana.
Oh, no wonder you are an authority on Khushab.
So, that's why I know much about my own district, Khushab. So, because you mentioned Jorabad and Khushab, so you had to face a little tough time from me. But having said that, your exceptional personality, characterized by impressive confidence and impeccable style, makes an outstanding first impression. And you have very good communication skills and exceptional conversational flow. The only thing I noticed after you could not respond to some of my questions was that your tone and pitch went a little down. You got a little depressed. You lost a little confidence. You should not be doing this in your final interview in CSS, right? Maintain your posture and confidence throughout. That is the only thing which I would want to tell you, right? Rest is that knowledge of your area, of your subjects, current affairs, particularly the subject in which you did your master's. I had so many questions for you, but because there is shortage of time, so I did not ask you those questions, but you should prepare about your area, your province, the profession of your husband, right? So everything, anything can be asked in that. Good luck.
Thank you. Zuha, first of all, don't seek permission to enter. To start with. Okay? Just come, stand here, and then the chair, salam kare, chair आपको कहेंगे to take a seat and then take a seat. 2, आपने अगर कोट पहनना है, it's your personal choice. I'm just advising that it is not necessarily a part of a formal attire. If you like it this way, you can go ahead. But if you think that it is a requirement, it is not.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है, it is just a suggestion. आगे choice obviously आपकी है. You tend to roll eyes जब आप सोच रहे होते हैं या confuse होते हैं. आपका eye contact otherwise ठीक है, but there is, frequent rolling of eyes. इसको थोड़ा सा control कीजिएगा. ठीक है, obviously जब इंसान थोड़ा सा pressure में आता है तो it is natural, but इसको control करें, curtail करें. There, will always be areas during an interview जिनका knowledge may not be up to the mark. And it happens to everyone. The key is कि जो आता है उसमें पकड़ें. अब आपको अगर इस्लामिक मैंने पूछा फिलोसफर आपके ऊपर छोड़ दिया कि बताएं who is your favorite philosopher and why. Now the playfield was open before you. You could have engaged us as much as you want. ठीक है? So इंटरव्यू में ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटीज आएंगी जिधर आपको पता होगा. That is where you can make a difference. Engage करें. मैंने आपसे साइकोलॉजी में पूछा बहुत सिंपल बाइपोलर स्प्लिट का. अब आप उस पर एंगेज करते, आप उसके डिफरेंट डायमेंशंस बताते, बट आप इवन अपने सब्जेक्ट से जुड़े हुए क्वेश्चंस के अंदर भी जो कि बहुत बेसिक थे आपके सब्जेक्ट के हवाले से और आपको आते भी थे, बट अपनी प्रीवियस परफॉर्मेंस को आपने अपने ऊपर हावी कर लिया था और आपने एंगेज नहीं किया उसमें. मैंने इसलिए आपसे आपकी चीज़ पूछी कि लेट्स स्टार्ट ऑन द राइट फुट, ऑन अ पॉजिटिव स्टार्ट, कि आप एंगेज करें. सो आई हैव एन आइडिया कि आपको आता है, लेकिन आपने मुझे उतना एंगेज नहीं किया जितना आप कर सकते थे. सो माई एडवाइस एंड टिप जस्ट टू ऐड, और मैं कोई बात नहीं करूँगा, बाकी सारी बातें होगी. एंगेज द इंटरव्यूअर. जहाँ पे आता है वहाँ पे उनको एंगेज करें. डिस्कशन, ट्राई टू स्ट्राइक अ डिस्कशन. यू डू दैट, यू टेक द ग्रुप ऑफ योर चॉइस इंशाल्लाह ताला. और अपने प्रोफाइल को बहुत अच्छी तरह से देख कर जाएंगे. आपका बड़ा रिच प्रोफाइल है, फैमिली की तरफ से भी, लाइक ऑब्वियसली पेरेंट्स की तरफ से जिस इलाके से, देन आफ्टर मैरिज एज वेल. सो अपने प्रोफाइल को ज़रा सा अच्छी तरह देख कर जाइएगा.
ठीक है सर.
आई फील कि वहाँ से सवाल आएंगे आपसे. ऑल द बेस्ट.
थैंक यू सर.